The Necrons are amongst the most ancient and powerful races in the galaxy. Armoured bodies of living metal, they advance in inexorable lockstep upon their terrified foes. Their weapons unleash the fundamental energies of the cosmos, even as flickering portals beam Necrons into battle from across impossible interstellar gulfs. The Tyranids are rapacious alien swarms that emerge from the cold darkness of the intergalactic void. Guided by the unknowable intellect of the hive mind, these nightmarish super predators hunt, kill, and feed without end, stripping world after world of biomass and leaving nothing but airless rocks in their wake. Today's battle report will be a 1,000 point incursion sized game of Warhammer 40k using one of the battle plans from the White Dwarf Bunker. The scenario we'll be playing from the White Dwarf Bunker is from issue 490. This scenario is called Shield and Blade. Effectively, we will have shield generators on either side of the table. Each player will get to pick one, and this can provide an invulnerable save to models nearby said objective. And we will also, in an incursion-sized game, have what would be referred to by the community as sticky objectives, meaning if we control an objective at the end of our command phase, it will remain under our control until our opponent manages to take it off us. Mission objective wise, we have command and control. This starts from the second battle round onwards and give us victory point for controlling objective markers. And then we also have heart of the defense, where if we can get our opponent's shield generator objective, we'll get a nice big victory point score. And so here we have the Necron force that I'll be playing with. We have the Overlord in there with the Staff of Light and Veil of Darkness, a Plasmancer with the Sovereign Coronal, a Royal Warden, and a Scorpic Lord with the Hypermaterial Arbalator. We then have 2 units of 10 Necron Warriors as battle line. Before we have our Canoptech Reanimator, Canoptech Scarab Swarms times 6, a unit of 2 Crypto Thralls, 5 Deathmarks, and 3 Scorpic Destroyers rounding out our force. And then we have Steven's Tyranid force. He's got a Broodlord and the Neuro Tyrant, who'll be his Warlord with the Synaptic Lynch Pin enhancement. We then have 2 units of Termagants, 1 of 20, 1 of 10, 5 Barbgaunts, 10 Gene Stealers, 11 Neurogaunts in there, 6 Ripper Swarms, the Von Ryan's Leapers, and 6 Zonothropes. Alright, deployment is all done for the Necrons. We have the Scorpic Lord and his Destroyers, along with the Deathmarks, the Plasmancer, Crypto Thralls, Scarab Swarms. We then have the 2 units of Necron Warriors, or led by the Royal Warden and the Overlord, with the Canoptech Reanimator behind them. Across the table, we have the Tyranid Swarm. So we have the Broodlord and Gene Stealers, the Zonothropes, the Barbgaunts and Termagants making up the centre with your Neuro Tyrant and Neurogaunts and the other Termagants on the flank. Meanwhile, down here, you've also got your Von Ryan's Leapers infiltrating as well. For the Tyranids, you've also got your Ripper Swarms in Deep Strike. And so, with that, we've also got shield generators. I've chosen this objective to be my shield generator, and you've chosen the objective up there to be your shield generator. So it is for the first turn. This is for the Necrons. We've got a 4, the Tyranids get a 2, Necrons have turn 1. And so before we take the first turn as well, you do have your Scouts move with your Gene Stealers up there. So, starting turn 1 for the Necrons, we're both going to gain a command point. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. Alrighty, so movement is all done. The line of Necrons pretty much just moves up there. So we are going to go into some shooting next. Alright, so moving into the shooting phase, we're going to start with the Scorpic Lord. He's immediately annihilated into those Gene Stealers. He will need a 2+ to hit with it. We'll hit both times. And strength 6, meaning he will need 3s to wound Gene Stealers. We'll get 1. So, 1 5+ save for a Gene Stealer from Scorpic Lord. Saved. Puts his head down. We're then going to go with the Deathmarks, the Synaptic Disintegrators. These will need a nice 3+ to hit. So that is going to be a precision shot on your Broodlord. Wounding a Gene Stealer though, we'll need a 3. So I wound a Gene Stealer. That'll be your 5+ invuln for the Gene Stealer. Nope, so 1 wound on a Gene Stealer. And then I will need a 4 to wound, I believe. Toughness of your Broodlord. So yeah, 4+. I will wound him. This will be -2, so I'm pretty sure that'll go to his invon of 4+. So 4+ invon on the Broodlord. No, he will take 2 damage. We then have 5 of the Necron Warriors here. You can actually see your Barb Gaunts. So they will need 3s to hit, because they get +1 to hit while the character's leading them. So 2 hits. And then they will be Strength 4, Toughness 4, needing 4s. Just 1. So 1 4+ save. And saved. And so, assault time. We are going to try and make the charge on the Genestealers. We need a 10 to get in, so it's worth making the roll. I mean, sure. Okay, we're in. Alright, and so I've made the charge, so now I get to go with Crimson Harvest, which is my charge bonus for the Scorpic Lord. Roll a dice. On that, you will now take D3 mortal wounds on your unit for 3, so that'll kill a Genestealer and put a wound on another. Alright, so in the combat, you are going to declare the use of Stratagem, which will be Death Frenzy on your Genestealers. On a 4+, they'll get to fight before they die. Alright, so Scorpic Lord is going to attack first. We are going to go with his Flensing Claw. So 8 attacks. These will be 2s to hit for him. He'll miss once. So we'll need 3s to wound. So that will be 6 saves to make on your Genestealers. These will all be at your invon though, because -1. So 5+ saves. So 6 5+ saves required. These will be 1 damage apiece. So take 2 wounds, so that will kill a Genestealer, and that wound will carry over then. So they have a character leading the units. This means there'll be 2s to hit, 6s auto wound thanks to lethal hits. So they will auto wound, and 1 miss. We are then strength 7, so we will need 3s to wound. That's 2 fails, but 2 will go back in. So that many saves. These will be on your base. These are damage 2, so they do kill a Genestealer instantly. So 5+. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead Genestealers. So you do have Death Frenzy. So the 7 dudes. So 4+ means they can fight before they die. So you've got 1, 2. So we'll just give you 3 Genestealer attacks, because we'll just add in the alive dude as well. Alright, so there are 3 Genestealers, so let's just explain this for a sec. First of all, your Vanguard Predators rule. This means you get to get reroll 1s to wound, but because I'm within range of an objective mark, you actually get to reroll everything for your wounds. Now, you've also got a Broodlord leading the unit, so this means the unit also has the lethal hits, and thanks to your army bonus, you've got sustained hits 1 against infantry as well. So, we need, first of all, with your Genestealers, they'll need 3s to hit, I believe, with Genestealers on their attack profile. Sorry, not 3s, 2+ to hit for Genestealers. 1 in 6s though, because they generate an extra hit. So that'll be 2 additional hits. You missed once, and you actually get an extra dice in there. So that's how many hits you got. So you do need 5s to wound. But you can re-roll those wounds. So 2 6s, 2 5s so far, but re-rolling to wounds will generate you an additional 2 6s and another 5. So 1 goes down from the mortal wounds and a wound carries over, and then I've got the AP of -2, so I've got a 5+ saves on the rest. Just for past none of them, so they're all damage 1, so that will kill the next one. Alrighty, so now the Broodlord is going to attack, so 2+ to hit, sustained hits on the 6s. So that'll be an additional 3 hits, and you hit with everything. And so 4s to wound with the Broodlord. Yeah, that's not pretty. AP on a Broodlord.
AP2, damage 2.
So these are 5+ saves, so we'll have to roll these one at a time to see whether that model does. So he's dead. And so 5+ saves on the Scorpic Lord. We need to pass a lot of those. We passed 1, so there's going to be 8 wounds, which will take him down as well. Not the best turn there for the Necrons, but it did really hammer those Genestealers, but I don't think it was a good trade.
I think.
Right, so the only ability really for the Tyranids in the command phase, you've done your Synaptic Relay on both units of Gaunts there, so they'll continue to remain in your synapse range until the start of your next command phase. So with that said, you've then got a battle shock test to make on your Broodlord and Genestealer. So you do get to roll 3d6 because you are within. So shoot. So it'll be 7, 8, 9. I'm pretty sure that beats your Broodlord's leadership. Yep, it's 7. So your Broodlord and Genestealer are fine with battle shock. So we go into movement. Alright, so movement for the Tyranids is all done. Your Broodlord and Genestealer have moved down there. Zone of Thropes and pretty much most of your centre moved up. All your gaunts of different varieties all did run. That includes the barb gaunts up there to get up onto the throne. Your Von Ryan's Leapers are just a little bit too far to risk going out in the open just yet, so they've moved into cover. But other than that, it's now time for some shooting. Alright, so your gaunts here, all 20 of them, are going to target my Necron warriors led by the Overlord. So you're going to need 4s to hit to begin with. And then you will need 3s to wound. So 3+ save for my Necron warriors, thanks to their barricade. You've got no AP. So I take 1, 2, 3, go down. So I'm going to activate a stratagem for a command point called Protocol of the Undying Legions. I get to activate my reanimation protocols now. But I heal 3 D3 models, but I get D3 plus 1 if I've got a character leading the unit, which I do. So D3 plus 1 for 3 models, so they all come back. So we have D3 plus 2 because I've got 11 models in my unit of Necron Warriors here, thanks to Blast. So we'll see what the D3s are. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus the 12 from the plus 2s. So you've got 21 attacks. Alright, so the Zone Thropes then need to hit on 3 pluses, remembering to say hit 1 on 6s. So you will need 3s to wound with the Zone of Thropes. So, Necron Warriors, we have a 5+ save thanks to your AP -2 from your Zone of Thropes. So I do say 4. So that'll be 5, go down. So that's it for the shooting phase. So you are going to make a charge with the Genestealer and Broodlord there. So let's see what we get. I mean, that's a 7. So we are going to go with a Fire Overwatch stratagem on the death marks. So we will need 6s. Got nothing. All right, so your Genestealer is going to attack. So you need 2s to hit, I believe. 6s generate an extra hit, so there's an extra hit in there. And then you will need strength 4, toughness 5, so you will need 5s to wound, but you can reroll once.
Oh, there's a 6 in there.
So 1 and 1. Right, so 1 dies from your mortal wound, but you will then give me a 5+ save on my next one, which I save. Right, so the Broodlord then, 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. That'll be an additional hit in there as well because of your ability, your hyper adaptation. And then strength of him, 6, I believe.
Yep.
So 3s. So reroll wounds as well because you do have twin links. So that means that'll be devastating wounds. So you are damage 2 with that Broodlord, I believe. And so 5 up save on the rest. Pass 1, take 4. That is the death marks gone as well. And so that'll be the end of round 1 for the Tyranids. So we are going to go into Necron's turn 2. Today's battle report is also brought to you by Mithras Games, fantastic tabletop wargaming mats out of New Zealand. Now, Mithras Games has a variety of different mats. We've got the fantastic Desert Red, the nice Tundra Green, and the frosty Ice Blue here as well. All of these mats are a really nice high quality, generally very similar to how you would get your mouse pads for your mats, but fantastic high quality mats. We love them. Mithras Games are a fantastic supporter of the channel. You can pop on over to their website, especially if you're local to Australia or New Zealand. They're a fantastic company to help support. Top of the turn. First of all, we have reanimation protocols. So Necron Warrior units replenish D6 models. And so D6 Necron Warriors back for 2, but then I get an additional D3 from the Canoptech Reanimator for 3. So 5 models come back, which is a unit back at full strength again. And so the Necron Warriors are back to full strength. No battle shock to take because units are just dead. And so victory point wise, I control my home objective, so I control 1, and then I also control the home objective or my shield generator with my Warlord, so it gives me 10 points. Alrighty, so we then go on to movement. We've moved these Necron Warriors over here. Get behind our barricade and the Scarab Swarms, Reanimator, and the Cryptek with Crypto Thralls. Try to target the Broodlord. So, Royal Warden will be forced to hit into your Von Ryan's Leapers. He's rapid fire range, so 4s. That is a lethal hit, so those 2 auto wounds. And then we are strength 5 into toughness 5, so we need a 4. We get it, so this will be 3 at -1, so these will just ignore your cover. 4+ save, 3 of them. Save them all. And so the Necron Warriors will be forced to hit, because they get +1 from a character, but you're -1 from stealth. So we then have 5 hits from all that. We are strength 4, so we need 5 to wound. Nothing, so it'll just be the 2 wounds from the lethal hits. So 2 3+ saves, because you will get your cover bonus for this. I've got no AP.
Yep.
3+ saves. Pass both. So going to use his ability once per round to use Protocol of the Conquering Tyrant for free. That will allow me to get reroll to wound. And so these guys here, the Necron Warriors, will hit on 3s because no stealth on your gaunts. And so we are 3s to wound then, re-rolling any fails. So that many armor saves needed to make. No AP. So these will be 4+ saves. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead gaunts. And so Necron Overlord will go with his Staff of Light. This is 3 attacks at a 2+ to hit. We'll hit with everything. And then will be strength 5, so 3s to wound, re-rolling because the stratagem affects him as well. But don't need it. These are AP -2, so these go to a 6+ save now. 3 more dead gaunts. And so the Plasmancer will then use his Living Lightning ability. So I can pick an enemy unit that's visible within 18 inch and roll a dice for each model in the unit. On a 6+, I'll do a mortal wound. I'll do 1 mortal wound to your Gene Stealer there. Then we have my Plasmic Lance, which are 3+ to hit. And strength 7, so 3s to wound. 2 wounds. These are -3, so this will be, first of all, you're going to have to roll on 1 at a time. So a 5+ to begin with the first of 2. Nope, that is your Gene Stealer dead. And so then a 4+ on your Gene Stealer. Nope, he takes another 2 damage from that. Alright, so the Scouring Eyes from the Crypto Thralls. We will now have 2 attacks each. 4+, or now 3+, because +1 to hit. So 2 hits. Strength 5. Toughness of the Broodlord was 5, if I remember. Either way, I rolled 2 2s. That's not wounding. The Cryptek Reanimator are going to shoot the Broodlord as well. So we are 4s to hit. We're actually 3s to hit because he makes every unit around him, thanks to his enhancement, count as if they're led by a unit. Led by a character, not led by a unit. So 3s.
Is he within range?
And then we are 3s to wound. 1. This is -2, so this will be on your Invon.
4+.
Saved. So we are going to go for some assaults. So we're going to go for some assaults. We'll go to Cryptek with his Crypto Thralls. They are in. And then we'll also go with the Scarabs. They are in. Alright, so the Plasmancer here is going to be affected by Hypnotic Gaze, so he's just going to be -1 to hit because he doesn't get his own buff. So Plasmancer, we'll go with him first to get him out of the way. He has 2 attacks from Elite. He'll be now hitting on 5s. Hey, he hit. He will be wounding on a 3, because strength 7. And of course. And then 4 attacks for each Crypto Thrall. These will be hitting on 4s. So 5 hits. Strength 5, so we'll be wounding on 4s. There'll be 3 onto the Broodlord. AP -1, which I think takes him to his 4+ invon anyway.
4+.
So 4+ invon regardless. That'll be another 3 wounds. I think that kills him, does it not, with 7? And so that will be the end of the turn. We got rid of the Broodlord. Didn't even need the Scarab Swarms in there. So that is that for the Necrons. So we'll go Tyranids turn 2 now. Top of the turn, you still control that objective because it's sticky in an incursion game. You also control the 3, so you control 2, you control 1, and you have your Warlord on your home for 15 points. Synaptic Relays are just going to remain on the 2 units of Gaunts, and so after that, we've gained our command points. There is no Battle Shock to take, I don't think. Yep, no Battle Shock to take on the table, so we'll go into movement. Alright, so in your command phase, you're going to use the Endless Multitude stratagem on your Gaunts there. So D3 plus 3 models back. For 6 models, come back. Alright, so movement to all jar, the Gaunts and Zonothropes coming down the centre of Von Ryan's Leapers over here. You also ran the Gaunts over here as well. Meanwhile, your Nero Tyrant, the Barb Gaunts hold their positions on top. The line of Necron Warriors is looking rather thin. And then lastly, we have the, what are they? The Ripper Swarms. Almost called them Gaunts. Ripper Swarms come down on the backfield here. Alright, so shooting phase next. You've got your Gaunts up here. They're going to target my Necron Warriors, so you are forced to hit. And so 3s to wound then. Just 1, so that will be
1. Because of the high.
So you will be AP -1 because of the lethal fire. So 5+, nope, that fails. Alright, so your Barb Gaunts are then going to target my Necron Warriors. So you have 5 D6 shots to begin with, and you'll add 10 to this. So that is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 28 shots. Alright, so your Barb Gaunts are now going to be 3s to hit, thanks to your benefit. Alright, so you are then 3s to wound with strength 5. And so AP -1 thanks to your high ground, so these will be 4+ saves. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dead Necron Warriors. Alright, so 8 of the Necron Warriors went down. I am going to use a stratagem after I've been shot with them to replenish the unit with D3 +1 models.
And then you roll a 1.
That'll be 4. So 4 models return to the unit. So now you've got your Gaunts. They will be 4+ to hit. So 4s to hit with your Flesh Warriors. And so 3s to wounds. Be 6. And so 6. These will be 3+ saves. For 2 to go down. And so we are chargers. Who is charging first?
Leapers.
Von Ryan's Leapers, yep. For 10. So the Gaunts are going to charge into the Necron Warriors. With a 9. Rippers are then going to charge, so they need a 9. They got a 9. And so the Rippers make it into the Plasmancer and his Crypto Thralls. So with that, we're going to go into some combats.
All charges go.
And so 11 Gaunts in combat, so...
1 attack each.
Yep, 4s to hit.
3s.
And 5s to wound then. Just 1. So this will be a 4+ save. Passed. Alright, Ripper Swarms. We are 6 attacks per model. You are needing 5s to hit though. Needing 6s to wound though, because you are only strength 2. And so a 3+ save on the Crypto Thralls. We'll take 2 wounds, which will take 1 down. Alright, the Von Ryan's Leapers then into the Necron Warriors over there. 3s to hit. So you ended up with the exact same amount of hits as you started with. So wounding on 3 pluses. So 5 up saves on the Necron Warriors. That is a good roll. That was needed. That is just 6 die. Alright, attack back the Crypto Thrall with 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. Hits once, wounds once, AP -1, a Ripper Swarm save. Punch Mantle with 2 attacks, hits once, and wounds once, strength 7, -3 AP, damage 2, so I'll tick up to 3. Alright, so we have our Staff of Light that we're using with the Overlord here. So we've got 4 attacks, hitting on 2s, and wounding on 3s. That'll be 2, -2, so that'll go straight through, so that'll kill 2 gaunts. The Necron Warriors will hit on 3s because they've got a character leading them. They get +1 to hit. And then they will also have, what are we with strength 4? So 3s to wound, 2. These are 2 armor saves of 5+. Save both. Lastly, we have 3 Necron Warriors over there. So we all hit. No wounds from the Warriors. And then our Royal Warden has 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. 1 hit. And no wounds. So that is the end of the turn. You will score 10 points for controlling my shield generator. So end of turn 2, it is 25 to 10 in favour of the Nids. So we have our allegiance ability, because we've got no objectives held at the top of the turn. So we will go with replenishing. We've got D6 models coming back from that unit for 6 plus an extra D3. So 9, so it's going to be that unit back to full strength.
Okay.
And then we have D6 over there for 1 coming back in that unit. Right, so regeneration all done for the Necrons. So we're going to go into movement. And so that is it for movement for the Necrons across the table. We disengaged from the Von Ryan's Leapers. The Scarab Swarms have moved up. And the Reanimator has just moved over there. So it's time for some shooting.
Which you do.
So I roll a dice for each model in the unit. For each 6, you suffer a mortal wound. So 1 mortal wound. So I'll check up to 4. The Canoptech Reanimator will use his Assimilator Beam into the Xenothrix. So we will have 3 shots hitting on a 4+. So 2 hits. Strength 6, so we need, nope, no wounds. So Scarab Swarms will be charging with a 10. So Xenothrix are going to do an Overwatch. So first of all, 63 shots to see how many shots they get. So it'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Plus another 6, so you've got 20 shots. So you need 6s to hit on an Overwatch.
Okay.
So 2s to wound. Be 3 AP.
AP2.
That goes straight through, so damage.
D3.
So 3d3. So roll them 1 at a time. So first one does d3 damage. Does 2. Second one does 2, so it'll kill 1. And then 3. And the Canoptech Reanimator will charge in as well. 10. Badoosh. So we go charges first. We'll start with the Canoptech Reanimator because I have his rules up right here. So he has 4 attacks. He will be... So we are 4s to hit for 2 hits. And 3s to wound. 1 wound, so no AP. So this will be a 5+ save. Nope, 1 gets squished. Alrighty, so the Scarab Swarms then are attacking. We need 5s to hit, but we have lethal hits, so 6s auto wound. And then we need 6s to wound, because I'm only strength 2. Nothing, so it'll just be 2 saves, no AP. I believe it's a 3+ base for Xenothrix.
Save is 5+.
Oh, 5+, okay. Might actually do something. No, I do nothing. This is not going great. So that is it. So now you get to pick a unit to fight with. So 5 gaunts are going to attack. So you've got 5 attacks. You will need 4s to hit. Be 2 hits on the Canoptech Reanimator. And then you will need 5s to wound. Sorry, 6 is to wound because you're only strength 3. I think so. Nothing. And then 10 going into my Necron Warriors, so 4 to hit. And 5s to wound. Will result in 4. Nice. So these are 4+ saves, of which I only failed 1. Alright, so we then have 9 Necron Warriors hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. There'll be 5+ saves. That'll be 4 dead gaunts from the Necron Warriors. So we've got the Staff of Light from my Overlord. So this will be 2 pluses to hit. And will be 3s to wound. So they will go straight through. That's another 3 dead gaunts because AP -2. Right, so the Zone Throw is going to hit the Scarab Swarms back in the Battle of the Heavyweights here. 5 pluses to hit. You got 1. Not even like an exploding hit or anything. So you are strength 3, so you'll need 3s. I won't T2. 6+, nope, take a wound. And kill Scarab Swarm base. I'll roll for Deadly Demise.
They have that?
Yeah, Scarab Swarm have. Nope, don't get it. So that is the end of combat. And that'll be the end of turn 3 for the Necrons. So we go now into Tyranid turn 3. Command phase, we obviously gain some command points, and then you've got your Neurolink. The only unit in range at the moment actually is the Barb Gaunts. And then we're going to go into your Battle Shock phase. Alright, so you do have a Battle Shock test to make. It'll be on these Gaunts down here. So let's see what happens. That is an 8, you are fine. Successful on your Battle Shock test down there. So with that, you will gain the full 15 points for the board. And so we now go to movement. Alright, so your Zone Throats have chosen to disengage. Von Ryan's Leapers continue to stalk my warriors. Other than that, that's all the movement done. So we'll go into shooting. Alrighty, so shooting phase-wise, your Gaunts up there are going to shoot down into the Necron Warriors. 10 shots, hitting on 4s. And then you will need 3s to wound, because strength 5. And so we are 5+, we are going to be 4+ saves, because you've got Plunging Fire, but I do get the benefit of cover. So I save 1, that'll be 3. And 4+. And last one, 4+, saved it. So I'm going to spend a CP for the Protocol of Undying Legion, so I'm going to get D3 +1 models back to the unit for 4. Alright, so your Barb Gaunts will then be shooting at the same Necron Warriors, so D6 shots each. So it'll be 1, 2, 8, +8, 16, +5, so 21 shots. Right, so 4 pluses to hit with your Barb Gaunts. So you are then needing 3s to wound, strength 5. Alright, so we are on a 4+ save, so I've got to roll 5 at a time because that's how many Necron Warriors are left. So 3 die, 2 saves, so now I've got to roll 2 at a time. Yep. They will be 4s. 1 more dies, but now I've got to roll 1 at a time. So 4+, 4+, 4+, 1's alive again. Alrighty, so we are going to be, with your Rippers, they need 5s to hit. So the Ripper Swarms have pistol weapons, so they can actually shoot in combat. And so 5s to wound with these Spine Maws. Well, that is a lot. Wow. Okay. So I've only got 4 wounds on the dude, so we'll go with them first. So failed 1 so far, because I've got a 3+ save on Crypto Thralls again. Fail a second, so it'll kill a Crypto Thrall, and then 3+ save that. So it's just a Crypto Thrall dead from them. The Von Ryan's Leapers are going to charge double 1s, please. That is not double 1s. Don't like you. Alright, so the Von Ryan's Leapers are going to attack first. They will need 3s to hit. Ah, you hit with the same amount of dice. Thanks to your exploding attacks, you actually end up with the same amount of hits as you did, wounds as you did hits. So wound on 3s because you're strength 5. So I'm going to take these one at a time. 5 plus save. Nope, he's dead. And so then I have all of these dice to make a 4 plus save on the Royal Warden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, he's dead. He's only got 4 wounds. He's almost dead twice. So Necron Warriors, we have 10 models to hit. So we are 3s to hit. And we will be 3s to wound. I'll take that. That many wounds. No AP, so these are just 5 plus saves. That'll be 5, 6 of them dead. That'll be a lot of them. So the Overlord, we have 2s to hit. And then 3s to wound. That'll kill 2. And that'll be just enough to wipe them. Alrighty, so you do not control my home objective. So I feel like I've got a slim chance that I might be able to do something now. Oh, we've still got this combat. I've still got attacks over here, and so do you. Alright, Ripper Swarms into the Crypto Throat and Plasmancer. You need 5s to hit. And then 6s to wound though, because you are already strength 2. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. And so 2 at a time for the Crypto Thrall. He fails both, he dies. And the Plasmancer then will pass his. Today's video is brought to you by Baron of Dice, a premium wargaming dice that make your table come alive. Now, if you're looking for some great dice to suit an army you play on the tabletop in a variety of different games, go to Baron of Dice and check out their website. You can also use our discount code down in the video's description, which will help support the channel, but also nab you a cheap little discount. The dice you see pictured here are the official dice for Parabellum's Last Argument of Kings Conquest by them as well, which you can find on the Parabellum e-store as well. Alright, so I've got Reanimation Protocols bringing back a Scarab Swarm with 1 wound remaining. You've been cleared off the objective, so I now go into command phase after we're both going to command point, and you're going to elect to use your Psychic Scream. I feel like I can't afford to not have something work, so I am going to use the Overlord's ability to once per game use a stratagem on his own, or once per battle round to use a stratagem on his own unit for free. And auto pass. That means I do have to test on the other units, so the Canoptech Doomstalker will have to test. He fails with a 12. The Scarab Swarms, I mean, they have to test, but they fail as well, but they already have objective capture 0. And the Cryptech here will pass. So that'll be it for my movement for the turn. So we'll go into some shooting. So Cryptech will use his ability, Living Lightning, on the Rippers. 6 is a mortal. That'll be 2 mortals to actually kill a Ripper Swarm base. The Canoptech Reanimator will shoot down into here, so we'll be hitting on 4s. And wounding on 2s. 1, so 1 at no AP, so 6 up. Take a wound. So you're going to use Rapid Regeneration on Zonothropes. This will give them Feel No Pain 5+, because they're within range of Synapse, because themselves. So I've gone for Protocol of the Conquering Tyrant to give myself rerolls to wounds, so let's get shooting them. And so Necron Warriors, we are 3s to hit. Alright, so we are 5s to wound, but we are re-rolling. And re-rolls. Be another 3 into the dice pool for you. And these will be no rend, so these will be your 5+ save. So save those. And then 5+ Feel No Pain. For 4 wounds, which will kill 1 and put a wound on the next. And I've got my Staff of Light, so 3 attacks, 2s to hit. And 4s to wound. Can re-roll my wounds though. So both wounds. -2. So these will not give you an armor, so you've just got 5+ Feel No Pains. Fail 1, so there's another damage on that Zonothrope. So you do have a 4-up invulnerable save, so you pass 1, so now 1 more save on your 5+ Feel No Pain. Saved it. We will then go with a charge with the Scarab Swarms charging for 8. Alright, you're declaring an Overwatch stratagem, so D3 attacks each. You will get, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 5, thanks to your blast rule, so that will be 12 shots in total. And so needing 6s to hit me. There will be 2, but that will generate into 4 hits because of your hyper adaptation. And 2s to wound. So 3 wounds. These will go straight through, so 3d3 damage. So roll them one at a time. So first one just kills the one that's on a wound. Second one, damage, does 1 wound, and the next damage does 1 wound. Alright, so then these scarabs attacking, we are needing 5s to hit, but 6s will auto wound. And 6s, because I'm only strength 2, so that will be 4 in total you will need to save by auto wounds. So on your 4+ invulnerable, take 2. So there'll be 2 wounds. So you have a 6+ Feel No Pain though, thanks to your Xenothrapes. So 2 6+s. No, so take 2 wounds. And so 4 Xenothrapes fighting back now. Yep. There'll be an additional couple of hits from those 6s as well. Don't forget. Cool, you've got the additional, so 3s. So 3. These would be 6s. Hey, I saved 1, but 2. So we'll go Deadly Demise. No, damn it. Could have blown up one of the Barbigons. And so with that, this is going to be the end of the game. Because I've not managed to get any more objectives, I'll only potentially, and that's if you don't take over the objective and don't kill me, I'll only be able to score 10. So I've only got a max of 10 to score there, but you will score another 1, 2, and 3 for 15. So which puts you in a big lead of 55. Then you've probably got a chance to even get another 15 at the end of the game. And, you know, another 20 from taking my objective if you can. So that will be game, set, and match victory quite comprehensively to the Tyranids. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our great little community we have here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel, be that via Patreon or YouTube members, or by grabbing yourself some merch, whether that's stickers, t-shirt, mugs, or anything from our Teespring store as well, or by using our affiliate links, which are also linked down in the description as well, that go a long way to helping support the channel. As a special thank you to all our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to Andy C, Grimskull, Colorblind Magic, Iron Grinch, Benjamin Swallers, James Cater, Mark Harvey, Domir, Average Wargamer, JJ Austrian, Cure Dynamic, Andrew Bowen, Alderan Shot First, Kendall, Soren, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Monty Stabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, John Castle, and Gargamel196. Thank you all so much for helping support the channel. It means the absolute world to us. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, everyone, stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.